Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today it's Sunday and I'm just standing here on the grass field which we normally top with a little 135. And recently we've just had this tree come down, a few little bits here which just need harvesting, so we'll pull these out, put these in the little wheelbarrow, and then I've got that splitter just hooked up to the 6R which I can use this weekend, and that'll hopefully work quite well. They're fairly big logs. They should split up alright and then I can start drying them, and this sort of wood will go really well on the log burner, probably for next year for Christmas time. Really. Normally ride my bike at the weekends, but that's got those flat tyres at the moment, so because of the hedges again. Split those two up pretty well. I've just noticed that when the splitter comes down on the Pro Forge, there's a big gap at the bottom, and that's for health and safety. I think that's quite a good idea. Hopefully the idea is that it reduces the accident risk. But it was a bit of a shame there. Just when I was splitting a log, it knocked over and hit my camera off the stand, and it's smashed the camera a little bit. But hopefully it's still working. I need to get a more durable camera, really, like a GoPro or something like that. But I did used to have one of those. So anyway, for the most part I split these up. It's still wet wood, really. It's only just come down and this will take probably 6 months yet to dry. Sometimes you get these ones, I hope you saw it on the camera, where they've got those knots in them. They're quite difficult to split, but it did do the job, and it will still burn at the end of the day, so, you know, there's not really too much else I can do about it, unfortunately. See, that one's still got a bit of weight in it there. Really do splitting that again, but then again it's a bigger bit to put on the fire. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame about my camera. They have to go through trials and tribulation, to be fair. They always get smashed up, my cameras, at some point, so it's one of those things. Good thing about working with a 6R, now I've got those LEDs, it makes it quite handy when we're working with the dark days of winter. So I'll just put you over here. Hopefully this one will split pretty easily and won't go everywhere. It smashed the camera. That's what happens right there. It does that and then sometimes flip back towards me on the camera. I'll be careful. So I've got the camera working again. It's a bit of a shame we smashed the camera a bit today with that. But it is a good bit of kit, and I'll leave a link in the description if anybody wants to go and try it out. And then we also have some logs for the holiday cottage as well, which has got a wood burner. That doesn't have biomass, so we're always trying to get a little bit of firewood. Verdict on the Proforge, it is a good bit of kit, but you do have to be careful. If you get a big log, the pressure can be quite intense sometimes when it's coming down, and even if you just change the angle and then go back to it, it will still sort of buoying out or spring from either side. So I don't know if they could maybe make some sort of guard from one side or something like that. They also do a table version where you get a long table on the bottom, where you can then put a large log, or you can move the logs off to one side. I think I'd rather just cut the logs a little bit smaller, like probably cut them off here with the chainsaw, and then just probably use an axe for what it's worth. I'm sure if you're used to it, it's fine, but for myself, I'd rather would just use an axe, to be honest, and not damage the camera myself. I mean, there's risks with everything you do, so with firewood and stuff, and you know, health and safety is very important, so be careful. But yeah, I would rather use just a traditional axe, to be honest. Yeah, we'll have to look for a. Oh damn it! I'm going to need to find some more durable cameras, so if they do get damaged or smashed up, at least I can just replace these cameras. That is, to be fair, the one good thing with those, what are they called, GoPros, like they're action cams, handy cams. They're solid, they're well made, and the only thing I've noticed is they don't have the best battery life if you compare them to the Sony or the other cameras I've had, but they are damn strong. They last a good while, those little GoPros, so maybe it's time to get another one of those if I see one about at a good price. Well, that's the thing, farming and cameras, they need to be to go together well. It's got to be a solid bit of kit, really, something durable and well made. What we're going to have silage wise, I think we'll try some of these new bales we've got in the yard at the moment, those ones I picked up the other day. So I'll just use these bales off the trailer and then put them in the yards. Somebody did ask the other day, oh, that's the trouble when I got the butt crake on. They do slide a bit. Hang on a minute. My old man always has a butt crake on the loader because he picks up muck and bales, but the trouble is you then can't spike a bale like this. You're going to have to use literally one time, like that. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to make a bit more silage next year, I think. Do with another 100 bales, I'd say. Speed, there we go, that gets some speed and power with the butt crate, that's the key. Whereas with the little twin spike, I don't need to drive into the bales that quick, because there's only like two little spikes on them. Alright, someone's left the gator in the way now, where I've been coming to get these horses. Need to get a new tyre for the front at some point. This one keeps going flat. We bought some other ones last year, they've been pretty good. The Maxxis are normally the ones we get, but they're a little bit expensive really for what they are, the Maxxis, but you can get some cheaper ones, you can put some cheaper tread on them. Hang on a minute, we'll just leave it out of the way. Alright, that silage seems as though it's going to be good enough for our horses and the cows. A bit of a shame I've smashed the camera today. It is up and running again, it's back working. I found another subsoiler, which is a Tim Howard's one, which we're going to have a look at this week, which will be brilliant. As you'll probably notice on my Sundays, I enjoy being on the farm doing something. I don't know what it is, but you just I get really fed up on a Sunday if I'm not on the farm doing something, or on my bike normally. But at the moment, that bike just seems to get thorns in the tyres all the time. So if I take it out at the weekend, it's just no point. So I need to find some tyres which could maybe, like some puncture-proof tyres or something like that. If anybody knows about any sort of tyres you put on bikes and they won't get punctures with thorns. I did used to put some gunk in the tyres, and that used to help with thorns and stuff like that. It would just slosh about and then it would protect the tyre. And we'll send that log splitter back, and subsoiler as well. Go and have a look at the Tim Howard's one this week, that'll be brilliant. So it's Sunday evening now, I'm ready for the week ahead. The month just seems to be flying by. I don't know if anybody else is finding that at the moment. And before we know it, I'm sure the year will be over. It's always a difficult one really, compromising on when you're flat out all the time. Time just seems to go so quickly. And sometimes when you stop and take a while to try and take things in, I need to learn to try and do that, just take things in a bit more and enjoy the year, because otherwise it'll just gone, you know, and then you're on to the next year. And I always say it's the what was it? There was a quote I heard a long time ago. It was it's the life in your years, not the years in your life, and that's something I'd love to do in 2022. do as much as possible, get the most out of life, and be positive. That's something which is very, very important. Maybe if you know about any shockproof cameras, if you know of any half-decent subsoilers, or any Massey Ferguson 35Xs, drop a comment. And other than that, enjoy your Sunday evening, and I will catch you on the next one.